Yes, they'll all come to see me in the shade of the old oak tree. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home.
Hey, Rob, how are you? And I believe I must wish you happy birthday. You celebrated a birthday this week, is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir. Yesterday I was 42 years old.
42 years old. Congratulations, Rob. Thank you. Happy birthday. I have a present for you. I'm going to save it for near the end of the interview because I don't want you to get too excited too early on.
OK.
But it's something which I know you love.
Yeah.
And it's something quite special and memorable.
I'm already fairly excited.
Yeah, you should be. but hold on to that excitement. Also, Rob, ladies and gentlemen, we should congratulate Rob. Not only has he turned, was it say 48, did you say?
Bugger off.
40. He's nearing 50. Not only has he had a landmark birthday, 50 years old, ladies and gentlemen, but also...
See, what if somebody just tunes in now? They'd look at me, and frankly, they'd believe it, wouldn't they? They'd go, oh, he's 50.
They'd say he's good for 50.
Yeah, they would, wouldn't they? Yeah.
Maybe. But not only has Rob celebrated his 60th birthday this year, ladies. What?
How old are you?
46.
40. Look at you, it's like the last days of Elvis.
Jesus Christ.
I wouldn't visit the toilet in the middle of the night, put it like that.
All right, hey, now, before we got distracted, we were just about to congratulate him on another landmark. He has just got married as well, so congratulations as well there, Rob Brydon, a married man. That's not you getting married, we should point out. That's merely a passerby.
You know, and the worst thing is, I didn't invite him.
So, now, was David there in any capacity, or was he...?
He wasn't best man.
He wasn't best man.
Many people said he was an usher.
Okay.
And he, you know, he was, to be fair, he was lovely behaviour. My big fear was that he would try to swim across the font.
He sees a bit of water. He wants to make a name for himself.
He, you know, raise a bit of money for the church roof. But you know, he was terrific. It was a really, really brilliant day.
So a good day. And did you film the event? Did you take obviously some
photographs?
We got it.
Yeah, we did a bit of video.
Now I didn't know.
Have you got some?
I don't have a clip of it. No. But I was curious as to when people film that. When do you sit down and watch that back? When do you want to sit down and watch it?
I watched something the other day because I was making a little DVD of it for my in-laws, actually.
Okay. Well,
and I get very emotional when I watch the speeches. I get very emotional because you don't expect a crowd to turn like that, you know.
Very nice. Okay. Did you go anywhere special? What about your honeymoon?
Yeah,
Where did you go?
We went on safari. We went to Kenya.
Nice,
Have you ever done a safari?
No, I've never been to safari. I've never been to Africa.
It's a lovely thing. I would never have thought of it. But you have to be careful because you don't know who you're going to be sharing your Jeep with.
Okay.
Now, we did a two-part safari. The first part was terrific. We were on our own in a Jeep. The second part, we were with this couple. Oh, my God. Awful. He was a sort of English chap, sort of spoke that. And she was like this kind of American princess who was like really bored the whole time, kind of looking out like that, really bored. And he had grown up in South Africa, right? Right wing is not the word. Right. He said, I've spent my life trying to solve the problems of Africa. I don't know what the answer is. Pretty sure it's not democracy.
Rob Brydon, ladies and gentlemen, is back on your television screens with a new series of his hit comedy Annually Retentive.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Okay, when does it start? It's on BBC Three?
It started, first one was this Monday, second one is next Monday.
Now, most people won't have seen this because, of course, it was on BBC Three, the first series.
Yeah.
How would you describe the series? What is the show,
the premise of the show? I play a version of myself hosting a panel show, which is something that, personally, I'd quite like to do, but I sort of feel if I did do it, I'd never get acting roles and things.
Yes,
so
there's a point in that.
Yeah, it kind of springs from reality, really. It's a version of me, a sort of not quite so nice version of me, a little bit more insecure than I really am, a little bit vainer than I really am.
But you're saying a little bit, you know, a lot. I'm kind of amazed, and it's a very funny series. But what I'm surprised at, and I'm admiring of you in this respect, is that you play a really kind of quite unpleasant person, and also you focus on what many would be, you know, if you had any vanity at all, you wouldn't want to talk about aspects of your let's face it, less than desirable physique. Yeah, I mean, there's one whole thing about Rob's hair loss at one stage, and you know, and you're really quite unflinching in making a mockery of those aspects of yourselves, which I
think that's what comedians or comic actors and writers do, though, isn't it? You look at yourself, and you know, if you're trying to make comedy, you've got to have some kind of conflict in there, haven't you? Either with other characters or with yourself and what have you. And it's set in the world of television, which is a very precious, fragile world of egos and stuff. I have no problem at all. In some ways, I think it's the biggest form of vanity, in a way, to parade
your own insecurities.
Yeah, you know, in a way, it goes so far the other way, it comes back round, and I think it's actually quite vain.
Well, I suppose it is, because we're very admiring of you, and therefore we no longer draw attention to those aspects. Let's have a look. This is a clip of Rob Brydon, Annually Retentive. Rob Brydon with very special guest star Eamon Holmes there in Annually Retentive. It's on Monday nights on BBC Three. It looked to me like Eamon enjoyed doing that. And
he was
enjoyed
really
that
good. You know, some people aren't very good at playing themselves.
Yeah.
So he's really natural. And people often say, you know, where do you get your ideas from? Is anything based on stuff that happens to you in real life?
So inadvertently involved in an odd sort of threesome with Eamon and the missus. Okay. But that's quite a peculiar storyline, and once again it shows him in quite a good light that he would join in that.
Yeah, he was terrific. Eamon's a really good bloke.
But he's a big fellow as well, though. I mean, in those things, I imagine he could, because you're a tiny little sliver.
Oh,
of
little
really.
fella.
He could throw you around. I mean, he's, you know,
Yeah.
do you get damaged anyway when you're working that close with a man as large as that?
I was wearing some huge pants with a big tennis ball down there, so he actually grabbed a tennis ball, but he did catch me once.
Oh, dear.
And it was very unpleasant.
OK, let's talk about your past before. We know that you did many TV voiceovers and radio voiceovers. You were the voice of Toilet Duck for many years. You did a bit of TV presenting early in your career as well, didn't you?
Oh,
what sort of shows did you do? I don't know if you did them in Wales
have you
or
got something?
Because
I'm genuinely embarrassed by most of it.
You will be really excruciatingly embarrassed.
You know when you see actors and they go, oh, you're not going to show that. Would be genuinely upset if you showed it.
Okay, well,
because I think I look like an idiot.
Okay, what sort of shows did you do?
Oh, bad ones.
Well, what kind of shows?
Oh, I was like a poor man's Keith Chegwin.
No, so what? Knocking on people's doors?
Imagine that. And I hated doing it, can I just say now?
Did you?
Because I really wanted to be doing comedy then, and I would be trying to put... Oh, trying to put comedy into these reports. And all right, I give up.
No. Tell us more what you were trying to do.
I was trying to be funny, but I think, before this goes out, I want to say, I think I look smug, idiotic, and naive.
No. This is when you were a youngster, you were 26 or 27. Do you remember an episode in which, and I don't know what the explanation could be for this peculiar scene which we're about to lay before you. I've studied this. I can't work out what they were trying to achieve, or indeed what they hoped to gain from this encounter. But they have you on a bridge, and on your left is Frank Bruno, and on your right is someone dressed as a frog. Have you any recollection of this?
I remember doing something with Frank Bruno, yeah.
OK, you don't remember the frog?
Oh, this is the...
But hold on, you don't remember the frog? How can you not remember there being someone dressed as a frog next to you?
They were great days, Jonathan, you know.
Well, we're going to relive them right now, Rob.
I'm not going to turn round.
This is Summer Scene.
Summer Scene!
From 1992. Please, let us just enjoy this. What is that?
That...
But here.
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand how you could not remember the frog, because at one stage you're holding the frog's hand. And then you refer to it as a romantic frog or something.
I have spent a fortune on therapy sessions to forget about those days.
And then when Frank mentions training, or you mention training, the frog does a little bit of boxing. You don't remember being on the bridge.
You know when you were doing the build-up, and I was going, oh, no. That was actually worse than I thought it could. That was bizarre.
I feel for you, though, because you're trying to make it seem like the frog's a good idea. You've also got to do with Frank Bruno, and he's doing... What is that? Is he doing a Welsh? He's going boy.
He was doing a Welsh. Well, I do think I deserve a Duke of Edinburgh award.
You deserve something. Well, congratulations. Hey, are you an excited birthday boy? You know what time of the evening it is now. It's time for your present. Now, we know you're a Welshman, we know you're Canadian, we know you're an Elvis fan. I didn't go in any of those areas. A lot of thoughts gone into this. I've been snooping around and I found out that you love... There's a food that you love an awful lot. Cheese. You're a big cheese fan. You're a huge fan of cheese, I've been told. People you work with told me that you love cheese. You don't like cheese?
Seriously?
Yes. We've got you a cheese-based gift. I hope you do like
I'll
cheese.
eat cheese, but I wouldn't say I have an above-average interest in it.
I was told this was a passion of yours, and you were something of a cheese. You were almost like an expert on cheese. You loved Frank. You went on cheese holidays to France. Is not you?
I won't turn away cheese. But I'm not. I would certainly not an authority on it.
Well, we've had something special made for you out of cheese for your birthday.
Well, I mean, I'm grateful, but I'm not a big fan of cheese.
Well, can I ask you? You're sort of somewhat spoiling the effort that we put into this cheese-based gift.
I'm grateful for any effort you've made, but I have to say, I'm not a big cheese man.
Well, once you see this present, you realise that an awful lot of effort's gone into this, because I don't know if you've ever tried to sculpt anything out of cheese, but it's f***ing difficult.
Because, as I say, I'm not that into cheese. I'm very grateful for the cheese, thank you. Cheese.
This is what they're saying about you in your office. They're saying you love cheese.
I'm trying to think, do I like bees? Maybe they misheard it.
It is you made out of cheese.
I mean, it's a lovely gift. Oh, you know what it looks like? You know...
This is actual cheese, by the way.
You know what it looks like? It looks like I've died. And look at that. And when I'm look at that lying in state, which could happen. Look at, my chin is a bit not as pronounced.
But you see, look, in profile, really, it does look like in profile. Look at that. Can we get a shot of the two of them in profile up there? Look at that. Because you've got a big chin, but it's a weak chin.
It's not a weak chin. How dare you? It's not a bouncy castle. I'll give you that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you'll agree. By the way, we need to edit someone there. Can I just say, I'm going to say, just say one word to me so I can edit this in. Will you say, yes, I love it?
Yes, I love it.
Well, don't say.
Well, what am I referring to? This could be anything.
I just want you to help me out. Look, we went to a lot of effort to get the cheese head made for you.
I don't like cheese!
But yeah, that's what I want to try and overcome is what appears to me...
You should have made more effort on the research. I don't like cheese.
We are several people in the office. They all agreed. I said, what's the one thing he likes? I know he likes Elvis. They all said Elvis. I know he likes Elvis. He's a comedy fan. We know he likes comedy. He likes great comedy. Cheese, they said. 3 or 4 people polled in the office. Cheese came up. We made cheese. So I just want you now to say to the camera, I love it. Would that break your heart?
I love it.
Well, look what I've got for you.
Oh, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, cheese lover, Rob Brydon. Rob, brilliant. God bless you for working so hard.
Cheers, mate. I enjoyed
Mr. Rob Brydon. Look at his own head of cheese.